Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be about the insecurities of a narcissist and the difference between how they respond to their insecurities and how genuine people respond to their insecurities, as all people have some form of insecurity within them, either from past failures or from what other people have said to them over time, what society thinks is morally right or wrong. People have insecurities within them. With genuine people, they usually want to lift people up. They usually want to help people out. They usually want to make other people feel better. With narcissistic people, they seek to pull people down. They seek to make people feel worse. They seek to plant their insecurities within others so that they can feel better about themselves. And the thing is, those who can recognize their insecurities and want to help other people can recognize issues within themselves, and then they have the ability to change and to adapt and to mold themselves to be better. They have the ability to recognize that they're not okay and begin to strive for more, which when you're with a narcissistic person isn't going to appreciate you striving for more. Therefore, they're going to tear you down. With a narcissistic person, they don't tend to see themselves as the issue. Therefore, they don't want to recognize their insecurities. They don't want to change their insecurities. They want to plant those onto you. They want to blame those onto you. They want to project their anger out at the world and find somebody else to blame for their own inadequacies, because to them, they are not the problem. It is not their fault. Anything they do wrong, that's not their issue. That's your issue. Therefore, they don't change who they are. They seek to change people to suit themselves. Many people can feel emotions such as shame and guilt with a narcissistic person. Well, all people can translate these emotions into anger. With narcissistic people, they tend to be angry at another person. With genuine people, they tend to be angry at themselves. Narcissistic people tend to be angry at the world. Now, when you've been duped by someone, when you've been conned by someone, when somebody has mistreated you, when someone's lied to you, it's natural to feel angry at that person because that person has done something to you. And this is when we have to recognise that that person isn't for us and step away from that person. With a narcissistic person, nobody has to do anything to them. They just haven't got what they wanted because they feel entitled to have their own way. So they find somebody else to blame. They find somebody else to be angry at. They find someone else to shift that guilt and shame over to for the things they've done wrong. So they don't have to recognise what they've done wrong. So they don't have to change who they are because they're that busy blaming everybody else. Whereas usually when somebody has done something wrong who's genuine, they feel guilty, they feel remorseful, they want to make up for what they've done. They feel angry and annoyed with themselves. They don't go blaming the other person when they've done something wrong. There's a fine line, but there is a big difference between people doing wrong and blaming others and people doing wrong and blaming themselves, and people not doing wrong and blaming themselves because somebody else is projecting into them. When you're in a relationship with a narcissistic person, you're with somebody that is just going to torment you daily. They're going to make you feel insecure. They're going to make you feel inadequate. They're going to make you feel lazy. They're going to make you feel like you're not enough. They're going to make you feel like you are going crazy. They are going to torment you on a daily basis. They're going to humiliate you. They're going to blame you. They're going to shame you. They're going to sabotage you. But they're going to do it in a way where either they're blaming you or they're claiming they want what's best for you, which just confuses you. And if they cared about you, they wouldn't want to confuse you, which in turn, when around a narcissistic person, this often leaves us full of shame, full of embarrassment, full of resentment, full of anxieties, full of anger, full of frustration, which then makes us feel self-conscious. It makes us feel inadequate. It makes us feel like we're not enough, which is what a narcissist wants. They want us to feel that like we're not enough, so that the narcissist themselves feel superior. And what we have to recognize here is those inadequacies within us are being made by the words and the actions of those around us, and we need to remove ourselves from the narcissist's life. We have to recognize what they are doing to us. It's okay to recognize our own inadequacies. That's a good quality. It's something we can work on. We can recognize that we can't do that, so we learn by doing it. Process, learning to write, it's a process. When you very first pick up a pen or a pencil, you've never written before, it's going to look a mess and you're not going to know what to do. And it comes with years of practice, the skill of writing. So confidence comes within the process of doing. And when you've got somebody that's constantly belittling you and taking you down, that confidence is going to be harder to come by. So we can have our own inadequacies of things that we haven't learned or things that we haven't tried, that we've got to get up and strive for to be better. We can feel like we're not okay at something because we haven't practiced something, and then we can recognize that and work at that to practice and to do it and to achieve it and build confidence as we go. And then you can have people planting inadequacies within you. And when you have people planting inadequacies within you, those people have got to go. You have to let go of those who want to see you fail, who want to see you suffer. Life's hard enough. Emotions are hard enough without having people that are constantly going to invalidate you and crush you. When you don't feel okay within who you are, you can strive to help others feel better about who they are, but you also have to strive to help yourself feel better about who you are. Narcissistic people, when they don't feel okay, they strive to pull other people down to feel better about themselves. Narcissistic people go all out to exploit people. Therefore, they lie a lot, and they can tend to fear exposure. They tend to fear losing control. So they're going to manipulate the situation to work in their favour. They're going to create conflict. They're going to create drama to sort of set a fire over here that's bigger than what they're actually doing, to distract you from what they're actually doing. They're going to convince you that your emotional reactions are the problem, to distract you from the fact that actions are causing your emotional reactions. Therefore, their actions are the problem. Them lying to you is the problem, but they don't want you to recognize this. They want you to feel embarrassed. They want you to feel ashamed. They want you to feel guilty for calling them out so they can continue exploiting you. Narcissistic people are some of the most entitled people you can ever meet. Therefore, if they're not getting the supply they want from you, they will go and cheat. Yet they fear exposure of the things they do to others. Therefore, they're going to then turn around and gaslight your reality. They're going to turn around and claim that you're the one with trust issues, you're the one that's insecure, you're the one that's jealous, you're the one that's bitter, you're the one that imagined things to place those insecurities, place those inadequacies within you so the narcissist can avoid being exposed for their own inadequacies of being disloyal, of not having morals, of not having respect for the person they're with. They're going to go all out to project who they are onto you so you feel ashamed of who you are, and usually strive to make the relationship work with them. Narcissistic people believe they're special. It's one rule for them and another rule for those around them. They believe that they're above others. They don't think they need to take responsibility for their behaviour. To them, anything they do wrong is somebody else's fault. They don't want to recognise this inadequacy. They don't want to recognise any mistakes they make. They want to just blame somebody else. Again, due to their fear of exposure, they're going to go all out to shift the blame. If you hadn't, then I wouldn't. What about when you? Because they don't want to take responsibility for their behaviour. And because they don't want to take responsibility for their behaviour, they don't take ownership of their behaviour and they don't change their behaviour. Instead, they get you to take responsibility for their behaviour and they get you to change who you are to serve them. Narcissistic people are incredibly envious of other people, so they seek to sabotage those around them, or they seek to take stuff from those around them. Narcissistic people seek to destroy you and then leave you with nothing. Narcissistic people tend to fear being inferior. Therefore, they seek to sabotage you. They seek to take from you. They see something you have and that makes them feel inferior to you. Most genuine people can feel jealous. They can recognise something and they can think, oh, wow, I would love to have that. And they can feel not okay that they haven't got that. And then they can strive to do better, to achieve that they are jealous of for themselves, to attain it for themselves without taking it from another person. Narcissistic people don't see it that way. Narcissistic people see as you've stolen something from them. There isn't enough to go around. Therefore, they need to sabotage you. They need to take it away from you. If they see you working on something to try and achieve something, to try and strive better, to do better within your life, they're going to go all out to invalidate you, to pull you down, to try and stop you, to put those insecurities within you so that you fear failure, which is another one of the narcissist's insecurities, is that fear of failure. We can all fear failure. However, with a narcissist, they tend to be grandiose. They tend to be arrogant. They are unpleasantly proud of who they are. And they tend to be proud of their own insufficiency in things. They don't want to recognise what they're not good at. They're just going to blame you for judging them, rather than recognising what they need to work on to attain more. We all fail. It's a part of learning. No one just gets up and walks straight away. Some of us learn a lot quicker than others. Some of us take a lot longer than others. Some of us stumble. Some of us crawl. Some of us bum shuffle. Some of us miss the step of crawling and bum shuffling. But it's a series of failures. We stumble, we fall, we learn along the way. It's a process. Narcissistic people can't seem to get in tune with their mistakes. They feel like they need to put other people down to feel better about themselves. And those who are put down often tend to try and help others. And then there's those like narcissistic people who tend to try and hinder others. Narcissistic people tend to require excessive attention, and one way they seek to do this is by isolating those close to them, by claiming that you don't care about them if you're going out to meet friends, that you don't care about them if you're going to the gym, that who are you trying to impress, to make you feel bad, to make you feel guilty, so that they can isolate you from support, so that they can gain full attention from you. Narcissistic people are going to reject you when you don't do as they say. When you go and see family, they're going to be silent on you before you go, or they're going to fall silent on you when you return, to make the environment as uncomfortable as possible for you, to stop you doing those things, to stop you from taking your attention away from them. So just as narcissistic people can have insecurities and genuine people can have insecurities, it's the intentions behind those insecurities that make a difference. Some people use their insecurities to strive for better, and some people use their insecurities to shut other people down, to make other people feel inferior, so that they can't strive for themselves because they've lost their self-confidence due to the words and the actions of others, and others that claim to care about them, claim to support them. it's difficult letting go of a narcissistic relationship. When it comes to letting go of a narcissistic relationship, sometimes if they're the ones to walk out on us, and there's many things that underpin this, the trauma bond for one, fear of failure of the relationship is another. We can cling on to them because we don't want to lose them, and that's very difficult. However, when we can learn, and it is a process to learn to let go of them, to recognise that they are hindering us, they are holding us back, they are hurting us, they are lying to us. And when we can let them go, recognise that we might want a relationship, however, that's not the person we need a relationship with, that's not the person we need a friendship with, that's not the kind of parent we need in our life. We're going to have to become our own parent, because the one we have is making us feel insecure. We have to learn to let go of them, and sometimes that means there's not much left of us, but that is then a place where we can learn and grow and develop who we are as a person. By letting go of them, we can discover who we are. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support of the channel. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw, and this channel is all about narcissistic behaviour, to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot give no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, then please do subscribe. If you are looking for further support and understanding in overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsor link is also in the video description. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.